Welcome to the Xterity Video Tutorial Series Episode 6, Configuring and Managing the Xterity Managed Firewall. So the default comms bundle gives you a managed firewall that the CloudConsole can manage for you, setting up ports and public addressing, etc. for your application and usage. So the way you want to do this is when you've identified your environment that you want to work with, you either create the environment or you modify it later. You're going to go Configure, Edit, and Designer. Now, one of the things you'll need is when I click on Managed Firewall, I can right click or I can double click. You'll notice if I hit Add here that I have servers with public IPs listed. So you'll see that video 1 and 2 are there, but not video 3. Well, that's because it doesn't have a public IP. So we can only configure firewall rules for servers that have public IPs and only for those public IPs themselves. So in order to program the firewall for a server, the first thing you'll need to do is come to the server, go to networking, select the switch that you care about, come here and select request IP. Hit OK, finish, and update server. Now I can come to managed firewall, hit edit, click add, and you'll see here that even though it's unassigned yet, you can still manage it. So I can select this and I can add in that I want to do, let's say, port 500 for ISACamp, and I want to do UDP 500 as well. So that will allow me to set up, for example, a VPN tunnel. And then I hit OK, and you'll see this show up as unassigned. Now, once I do the save and build later, then I will see that this transitions to whatever public IP is assigned to me during the build process. So now that that's been programmed in there, I hit save and build, and this will tell me my quoting and my monthly cost, and note any alerts or warnings here if you've made other changes, how they may impact your environment. Hit OK, and this will go off and perform the builds. Now, what you're going to want to do is once you have a public IP assigned, you can come to the server. I can look at switches. I can come to actually servers. I can find the public IP here listed. So I know that I set up, for example, video 1. I added in some programming for video 1, and I can I should be able to ping that address. So ping 216.200.4.130. So now you see I can ping this address. I should also be able to now ping .200.4.141 as well, because I programmed the ping in there. So as you can see, I've opened those ports up. I've added ping. Now that all works on the internet. And I can make changes later doing the same process, modifying the rules on the firewall. I can remove rules. I can add things like, let's go to Configure, Edit, and Designer. And let's say that I have a requirement for only using my public IP. Right? I could say, all right, this is the only address that I want to use. And I want to make it available to video 2. So I can come into Managed Firewall, I can click Add, I can say add a custom source, place in my IP address, notice it's automatically selected. I can hit video 2, say I want just ping, for example, hit OK, save and build, validate everything's correct, hit save and build, and now this will also go off and do the build. So I had my command window open before. And once again, what I want to do is servers. I want to check 153. So ping 216.200.4.153, and now it's available. Now, of course, if I try to ping from somewhere else, that won't work because I've set in a restriction that only allows it from my public IP address. And you can add multiples of there, and you can add in custom ports as well that aren't in the list. We put in a list of, commonly used ports, but you can add in your own as well. There's a button for doing that. Hope that you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.